Hello everyone, this is Naveen Motwani and welcome to my YouTube channel Developer Wisdom. Other day I was thinking about what a developer should know to get into a next level. So I come up with a lot of things and finally I chose design pattern as a topic on which I should create a course. So here I am. In this course I'm going to explain or I'm going to answer some of the basic though very tough questions. First is what are design patterns? Second is why should I learn them? And third, okay, I learn everything or I learn most of them, but how would I know what goes where? So without wasting any time, let's get started. In this slide, I'm going to answer both the questions together, like what are design patterns and why should you learn it? Just take a step back and think about our IT industry. How many applications we have? I don't know, I'll be able to count it, but we have a lot of applications, right? And every application is solving a different problem, isn't it? Think about Facebook. Facebook is giving you a platform to share some pictures of your where people can like, comment. At the other hand, we can take an example of Gmail where you're trying to send some email to another customer, right? Or just think about your application. You might be registering some user information and then you are allowing user to submit that some of the information. Based on that you process something. So I can say we are solving a lot of problems, but don't we have some of the problem which are common? So for example, if I take example of my application, I'm trying to capture information from user and I'm saving into database. So I'm interacting with database. The same way Facebook must be interacting with database, Gmail must be interacting with database, and all the application we are working with, most of them are working interacting with database. Aren't we creating objects again and again? Aren't we interacting with business layers and different tiers in our application? So some of the intelligent or genius people, they just observe these problems, the common problem we are facing, and basically I can say they saw these patterns and they come up with these solutions. So in another words, I can say design patterns are nothing but the solution of commonly faced problem by the software developer. These solutions are well tested, and if you use it, your code will be scalable, testable, maintainable, reusable, and readable. And I believe if your code has these attributes, you are doing a great job. Now that we understand what are design pattern, the next question comes in: why should you learn it? So the first and most important thing is these problems are already been solved. Why do you want to reinvent the wheel? For example, you want to interact with database, or if you want to control the object creation, these problems are already been solved. And if you try to solve by your own way, you might be successful, but you will end up spending a lot of time, which might not be very intelligent step to take. The another thing I could think of is it gives me a shared vocabulary, or it gives me a way to communicate with my developer effectively. For example, I'm reviewing a PR, right? And I'm seeing a lot of if and else conditions. So instead of going into very low level and saying that why you have all these if and else condition, create a class interface and then take the behavior out of it and then create an object at the runtime. Instead of saying all these things, if I just say use the strategy pattern, so my developer know what needs to be done. I hope now I have convinced you why you should learn design pattern and why it is very important. But the next question comes in: how you're going to know what to use when? For that, I would recommend you first try to understand what problem this design pattern is solving. If you understand this and you feed into your mind, then look for the problem in your existing solution or the new requirement which comes in through your customer. If you follow this route, by end of this course you will have a great grip on design patterns. And with this, we are done with our first video of design pattern. I hope you will join me in this journey. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Happy learning.